Welcome to this meeting that we have organized within the European project AIRinVET. Before we begin, please note that this session will be recorded. The only purpose of the recording is to use it within the Erasmus Plus AIRinVET project scope. If anyone has any concern about being recorded, please turn off your cameras. As most of you already know, the aim of AIRinVET project is the promotion of applied innovation and research in vocational education and training for SMEs and industry. With this objective in mind, we are organizing a series of webinars or interventions with the aim to present the applied innovation and research system that each country has. In this first intervention, we will get to know the VET system of the Basque Country and the applied innovation and research system that we have in order to support SMEs. This session is organized by Technica, IMH, and AFM. I'm going to share you now the agenda of today's meeting. Please let me share it. Okay, so first of all, Ricardo Lamadrid from the Basque government will explain the existing education and industry policies for applied research projects in the Basque Country. Then Pili Alonso from Technica will describe us the Basque ecosystem on applied research projects. After these two presentations, we will have the opportunity to know real cases. First of all, we will know the case of the company Bronimec. They will tell us about the needs that their company had and how they have collaborated with a vocational training center to solve it. Amaya Castro will be with us from the company Bronimec, and Uriarte will also participate in the presentation as IMH Campus is the VET center collaborating with Bronimec. After this company case, we will listen the point of view of a VET training center. To show us this perspective, we will have Miren Canellada from the Don Bosco VET Center. She will talk about the management of SMEs needs by a VET center. After all these presentations, we will have a 1 hour break, more or less. And at 1 o'clock, we will give way to a reflection session led by Íñigo Mújica from Technica. So now, let's start with the agenda. Let me introduce Ricardo Lamadrid, General Director of Technology and Advanced Learning in the Basque Government. He will explain us the existing education and industry policies for applied research projects in the Basque Country. Please, Ricard, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Josu. Welcome to everybody to this meeting. I can see, all friends of mine, John, Edwards, pleased to see you again, and others. So I will try to explain what are we doing in the Basque Country, how do we address the applied research and innovation in the VET system, and for this goal, I will try to share a short presentation. Here. Can you see the presentation? Yes, can you see the presentation?
Yes. Now, yes.
Yes, yeah, we can.
Yes. Okay. So, as Josu had said, I'm Ricardo Lamadrid, the General Director of Technology and Advanced Learning in the Basque Government, in the Education Department, and in the Vice Ministry of VET. And of course, I will try to explain what are we doing in the field of applied research and innovation. Here we have some data about the surface of the Basque Country. We are a very small region with 2.2 million inhabitants. So as you can see, we are quite small if we compare it with different regions in Spain, also all around Europe. In our case, the 65% of jobs in the Basque companies requires a vocational training certificate, and is a key information for us here in the Basque Country. About the composition of the Basque government, we have 12 different departments in the Basque government, and all of them are, of course, they collaborate. Sorry, I have a problem with my presentation. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, one moment, please. Okay, yes. Here you can see the 12 different departments that, in one sense, make up the Basque government. We respond to the different objectives and different actions that are specified in our government program between or among these 12 different departments. About our smart specialization strategy, following the guidelines set by the European Commission, the Basque government defined it some years ago, its smart specialization strategy, and each of these 12 departments of the Basque government must contribute to this strategy. That is why the collaboration between the different departments is a fundamental axis here in the Basque Country. In the same way, our 6B plan, of course, take this smart specialization strategy as a reference. And for the Basque government, the VET department is a key agent for apply innovation and for apply research. That is the reason why Technica is a member of the Basque Science, Technology and Innovation Network. In the next slide, in the largest or the biggest circle, you can see our most important strategic sectors nowadays that are advanced manufacturing, aeronautic, automotive, naval and railway, machine tool, equipment goods, and metallic transformation. And in the next two circles, sorry, you can see another relevant sectors for the Basque region. And at the bottom of the slide, you can see our opportunity niches or emerging sectors for our region. And of course, we are working on these opportunity niches also. What about the Ministry of Education? I would like to show you how we are organized, because the position of VET in this organization is key to understand how strategic VET is for our government, for the Basque government in our region. The VET Vice Ministry is at the same level as university Vice Ministry or General Education Vice Ministry, as you can see here in the slide. Technica is a body or an organism attached to the Vice Ministry. In this case, is attached to my general direction. At Technica have the objective of coordinating the applied research and innovation strategy of the Vice Ministry of VET. So the Technica also plays a key role spreading the applied research and innovation. And I would like to highlight what I have mentioned before, just apply research and innovation, just apply research and innovation, not basic research and innovation, because in the Basque Country we have another agents that are in charge of this basic research, for example, universities or technological centers or another agents. Okay, here in the 2022, the Spanish Ministry of Education VET published a law that gives us a lot of flexibility to organize or to design different pathways for all our students or all our companies, and this flexibility gives us a lot of power and also a lot of responsibility. In the other hand, we have the 6 Basque VET plan that I have mentioned before, and of course we are an active part in line with the Basque Country's smart specialization strategy. Here I have a small summary of what says this 6 VET plan, and we have 7 strategic oriental approaches. The first one is the technology, digitalization, and smart systems. The second one is the strategic innovation and disruptive transformation, smartness management at 5.0 VET centers. The next one is the biotechnology, regeneration, and welfare. The next one is the human development, people as protagonists of the transformation. The next one is the smart 5.0 VET centers. We are transforming our VET centers in smart 4.0 VET centers. And the last one, the internationalization of the Basque VET system, because in our case, for the Basque government, the internationalization is also a kind of research or of innovation. And in the other hand, we have the 15 intervention areas. And of course, this plan is published. We have the English version also. So if you are interested, we have no problem to share it with you. But what about the Industry 4.0? We have this picture here. This picture is taken from the European Commission different information. We have a human-centric in one hand, in the other hand is sustainable and resilient. And in our case, in the Basque Country, all our strategy is focused on the person, on the 4.0 society, and we are betting on sustainable human development. And to put this whole strategy in the floor, our main players are our teachers and trainers that are the core of the whole strategy. So we are working in different networks, not only at European level, not only at world level, also here in the region, in the Basque Country. All these different networks are developing the same framework. Maybe this is our main characteristic, that all the system is following the same way. We don't have a best practice or another best example. No, all the system is doing the same way or is going in the same direction, and maybe this gives us a lot of power. And of course, this strategy is led by the Basque Ministry of VET, but is coordinated and supported by our attached bodies. One of them is Technica, the other one is eTalent. The eTalent is the Basque Institute of Talent, and the other one is the IBAF, is the Basque Institute of Future Learnings, that is in charge of more or less the curricula, the micro-credentials, and is always thinking in the near future. This is all from my part. Josu, I try to give you a very brief picture of the Basque Country and what we are doing in the field of research and innovation, and maybe our main characteristic is the collaboration between the different departments in the Basque government, and just in our house, in the VET Vice Ministry, is the collaboration between our VET centers, our different bodies, attached bodies or organisms, and always collaborating with companies. For example, here we have Josu, and the collaboration with companies is maybe the core of the successful model of the Basque Country.
Okay, Ricard,
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your presentation. We are on time,
Okay,
so
sure.
if anyone has any question for Ricard, now is the time. If nobody has any question, that's because it's very clear. So if nobody has any question, we can go forward. And yes, okay. So let's continue with the next presentation. The next speaker is Pili Alonso, Director of Applied Innovation in Strategic Settings at Technica. She will describe the Basque ecosystem on applied research projects. Please, Pili, the floor is yours.
Okay, good morning to everybody. Can you listen me?
Yes.
Okay, thanks to share with us this activity, and I will try to explain, as Josu has said, the research innovation system in better ecosystem. So, and I will share a document for that. Wait a minute. Oh my God, moment. Oh, I can't. I can do that. Wait a minute. I don't know why. I have problems with my computer. I will try again. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yes, Pili.
Okay, perfect. So I will try to explain the innovation, the research applied innovation system in VET Center. And here you have an scheme that could be a resume for that scheme. So in Basque VET ecosystem, we try to define an scheme based on the smart study specialization strategy that Ricardo Lamardit has explained before. So we try to analyze the strategy of Basque government, and apart from Basque government, we try to listen also to different agents in Basque network, and of course, taking into account the science and technology, because we are talking about a research and applied innovation system. And not only the Basque Country ecosystem, but also the international point of references. And of course, another point that for us is a core team that are the driving companies, because we are preparing students to be able to develop different projects in our company's ecosystem. For that, the first device or the first model we try to define is the technological watch hubs. What are the technological watch hubs? One of the key challenges facing VET is to adapt the knowledge to the current and future needs of Basque business fabric, of course. So when we have the government, when the government has identified the priorities, And the opportunities, we try to activate different policies so that we became then in reality. And those watch hubs are the ones which define the way we should work. So which are the objectives of the hubs? They study and they roll out the innovation strategies. Then they try to monitorize the technological items, contrasting with the vast network science and technology innovation driving companies or international agencies. Then they draw up conclusions, trying to prioritize initiatives and promote different projects inside of the VET innovation system. And which are the current operative hubs that we have? We work in bioscience, advanced manufacturing, health, digital and connected factory, energy, and autonomous robotics. And next year, we will work also in creativity, in creativeness and in creativity and training studies. So coming back to the first scheme to be able to understand, we have some hubs that prioritize the strategies in the areas I have mentioned before. And when we know which will be the future lines, we should activate different priorities and policies to bring out to our VET centers. And how we do it? We use 3 different ways of work, the applied research in our system. One of them is the one you have in the middle, called areas of specialization that are working in Technica. We divide it into different activities because when we talk about apply innovation, we think firstly we should research and take the knowledge in order to apply in our centers and try to help to companies when the knowledge we have get. So we divide it into big blocks. The first one are the areas of specialization, and we are talking about long-term projects that are developing during 3-5 years, and we work in those projects in Technica. But Technica is a small institution. We work 35 teachers in that, but there is a rich part of the institution in which different teachers of our VET centers collaborate in a part-time with Technica. And in that way, we have a 260 teachers team that are working in those specializations that I will define later on. So, which is our main query? We wanted to create knowledge and training in those emerging areas. I mean, in these areas, bioscience, energy, digital and connected factory, and so on. And the aim of those specialization is work in 3-5 years until the technology is getting over and we know all about the technology, and we provide, and later on we will provide that knowledge, of course, always collaborating with companies, because we believe in an ecosystem that is created by different agencies, as education agencies, applied research hubs, and of course the companies. So when we work during 3-5 years, then teachers they have the enough knowledge to propose different projects, but short-term projects. If I return to the scheme, now I'm talking about the one which is marked with the 3 point. The VET centers has the opportunity to propose different innovation projects. More or less, the duration of the projects is 1 course, and they are proposed by VET to the educational system, to the department of Ricardo Lamadrid. And they have the capability and the knowledge, and they try to experience in developing innovation projects in their own VET centers. So we try to improve our knowledge surrounding our VET centers. And about the specialization, the long long-term innovation, research and innovation projects. Which are the main lines we are working in? And we divide it in two big families, I would say. On one hand, we have the technological innovation and intelligence systems, and on the other hand, we have the bioscience and sustainability systems. When we talk about the technological innovation and intelligence system, we are talking about line of work and about Industry 4.0. Ricardo Lamadrid had told that it's one of the strategy of the government, and we are aligned with the Watch Hub has seen. So they are quite aligned with the ones that Ricardo has mentioned. We are talking about Industry 4.0, Internet of Things, Internet of Things, Wi-Fi, different shares, edge and cloud computing, cybersecurity, and so on. Then we have advanced manufacturing. It's a little bit mixed with the previous one, but we are talking about 3D printing, in metal additive manufacturing, autonomous robotics. Automotive technology, electromobility is one of the core of the Basque Country. We work a lot in machining and in automation sectors. Advanced repair and energy. We are working also with hydrogen and clear or green energies, because we think that the world has to change, and we will work for that. And enable technology, digital transformation, virtual environments, blockchains, and so on. So here we have some of the specialization, long-term projects that we have, summing up all of them, is 19 specializations. I have mentioned before that we divide it in two big families, the one technological ones and the bioscience and sustainability, that of course they are linked also with technology. We talk about sustainable agri-food, the natural and ocean environment, smart building, BIM systems, sustainable constructions, and environmental health and sustainability bioscience. So those are the 19 specializations. We are working in Technica with specialized teachers and with a very big groups in which vet center teachers collaborate in part-time with us, more or less in a middle, half a week. They are collaborating with us in each one of the specializations I have mentioned before. Okay, and then I have mentioned that there are another projects that are short-term projects, one course, and I will introduce two of them. There, we try to develop a year 50 or 60 projects. Remember that those projects are proposed by vet centers. And here you have one project, one vet center, which is called Politécnico of EASO. And he's working with different companies and in digitization of heritage, metaverse, and tokenization and blockchain. So, and they use in this project a laser scanner, a drone to take photographs to create a 3D digitization, and in this case, in the area of architectural, historical art, or natural. And they try to do the monetization of the project also using the tokenization. One of the core of those projects is that the one they are developing could be applied in the other vet center. So one center is developing this research in this area, and when they finish, they do the transfer of knowledge to the other vet centers. In that way, the other centers in next year, they can start working in it. Another different project could be this one. This one is done by two vet centers because we try to involve different schools, trying to collaborate between us, because in that way the knowledge will be richer. And here there is a project which main core is to do an autonomous robotic chair for girls and boys with cerebral palsy. and or to girls and boys that have severe mobility issues. And they use an device which is based with ROS technology and artificial intelligence, and they simulate and they get mobility, and in that way those girls and boys can move autonomously. So here you have two different projects that are proposed by pet centers, and the duration is 1 year. So we have different ways of do research in innovation in centers. When we get that information, that knowledge, we want it to share not only with our vet center, but also with our whole ecosystem. And for us, our core ecosystem person or company, I'm sorry, for us, another main collective are the driving companies and small companies, SMEs, because in Basque Country, we have the 98% of SMEs companies that are giving services to driving companies, of course. If we have in vet center enough knowledge about innovation, because we work in specialization areas or innovation projects, we can afford projects that have in companies, and we can help them developing them with different resources. Those projects are developed by teachers, but they can use also companies and teachers the resources, the machines we have in centers, and vet centers have a very high level machines in them. So, historically, in vet centers, we started giving formal training with different families, mechanical families, electrical families, and automatical families, social families, and so on. And I would say 20 years ago, we started giving training for professionals, for companies, workers also. And in that year, it was a very big, we tried to define a very big bridge between vet centers and companies. And in this moment, we are giving another step. We are trying to apply innovation. That knowledge we have in centers, we want to spread in our ecosystem, in companies. Because for us, it's very important to create a triangle that you can see in the slide, because we are trying to train students in order to become workers in companies. So we have to listen to companies, try to understand which are their needs, and train teachers and of course students. And which best way to do that rather than work with companies in apply innovation projects. And for that, we have a program that is called Tekagune. In this program, we try to do innovation project for small and medium-sized companies, because we understand that big companies have enough strength. They have their own innovation and system inside of the company. But our SME companies, remember, 80% of Basque countryside companies don't have enough resources to have a department to develop some innovation projects. But vet centers can help them, and we can learn a lot trying to collaborate and trying to develop with them. So which is the main aim of Tekagune network? It's try to transfer the knowledge in a bidirectional way from vet centers to SMEs and from SMEs to vet center. So vet centers support innovation, advanced training, technical innovation, and improvement services. And what would we like to get? Try to help to SMEs to improve their competitiveness developments, and trying to shape strategy settings, trying to analyze which will be the line of the future. In that program, in Tekagune program, we are working more than 300 teachers divided in 45 vet centers. More or less in the ecosystem, there are 160 centers working all in a coordinated ecosystem. But in Tekagune, we are working in 45 centers. But of course, it's a ecosystem and we are coordinated. So if we have a center that have an opportunity with a company, or a company have a problem that should be resolved, they connect with those 45 centers and we give a response. We try to define in which areas we had the knowledge in order to help companies, and we define those 6 areas. And they are aligned with the specializations because, of course, we listen to the hubs, we listen to government strategies, we listen to different agencies that are in Basque Country, and we defined those ones. Mobility, we are talking now about apply innovation projects. No researching, of course, is apply research processes. And we work in mobility, in energy and environment, in digitalization and connectivity, Industry 4.0, biotechnology and health, and e-commerce, hospitality and tourism. Because these are the niches we have in our ecosystem. And to be more understandable, this explanation, and I would like to put 2 examples to know how do we work, because later on when I finished, you will have the opportunity to listen to 2 vet centers, EMEH and Don Bosco, and another important part is listen to the company, one company that has done an innovation project with us. So with this activity, our aim was to listen to different actors in the system to be able to listen the different point of view. So how we work in Tekagune program? There are 4 steps that should be done. First of all is to listen to the company, which is the problem or the opportunity he has. And in this case, their need was to optimize a design of a dye in a bread manufacturing process by reverse engineering. So vet teachers, because that apply innovation projects are done by teachers. And we believe that if teachers work close to companies, they will get enough knowledge. They have a base because they have done research projects, as I have said, in specialization with a high-level technology and with the projects they have proposed. But when we are, for example, speaking about reverse engineering, we research in reverse engineering with different products. But then when the company have a problem, when you start giving the response to a special problem, a special product or process, you learn a lot about the process. And we believe that that knowledge can be transferred to our students. So when we finish that kind of projects, later on in the next year programs with students, we try to apply, of course, if the company leave us, because sometimes the projects are confident and there is no problem, and we maintain the confidentiality during 3-5 years when we talk with the companies. So returning to the way of Tekagune program works, there are 4 steps. The first step is to identify the collaboration project. So our teachers move around the ecosystem, move around the companies, and try to have the vision and to try to invest, to research about which are the needs of the company, and we try to assessorate them. And in this case, the company, a bread producer, had a problem with a die. The bread was stuck in the die because the injectors do not do their work properly, and that's.
I'm sorry, Pili.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's a die?
Yeah. A die is here you have in the down part of the slide. You can see the element. It's a special piece in which you put the bread and they give the form of the bread. So
Okay.
it's an automatical bread produce, and in which you have a final, I would say, piece that in this case is this white piece, because it's white because it's done in a special material called acetal. I'm not an expert in that material, Barbara, but imagine a big machine in which you put the bread, but a big bread piece. It introduced in the machine, and in the final part there is a die, that part that gives the form to the little bread pieces that we buy at the shops. Okay, so the form of, yeah, it's clear, Barbara, more or less. Okay, so it has a special shape, and with during the years, the shape don't do its job properly. So they had a problem because they hadn't got the drawings and neither the material and enough technology to try to do the reverse engineering and have a good and the new element. So in the second step, when teachers visit the companies, identify the problem, we try to collaborate with the company. We have to talk about the participants, the ones that will develop the project, teachers in this case, the resources we have, because in this case we need a special scanner, we need a special machine, and we explain to the company which is the team work and which are the deadlines, because it's very important to listen to the company and to try to get in a good way the deadlines. Agreed a budget, because we don't do those projects to get money, but we need a budget to fulfill the needs of the teachers, the resources, and the products that are used in the project. So we define the collaboration project and we agreed a budget. The third step is the develop of the collaboration project. And in this case, the solution was do a functional analysis of the piece, of the element, in this machining element, digitize the original die with a scanner, design improvements, because there were some geometry modification, in this case with a special software called Geomatic. It doesn't matter which software it is. We try to give the response to the needs of the company, and we have a lot of software in our AIRinVET centers. We parametrize the CAD, and we build a special material die that is linked to the needs of the, I don't know in English, alimentary and food laws. There are a special law called FED. So in that way, the teachers understand the law and get a lot of knowledge about the law and the scanners and the reverse engineering. So the last step should be to transfer the knowledge to the schools and to the company, because other times we do machines and workers should know how works the machines. So we transfer the knowledge not only to teacher and the student, but also to the company. I will put another, I will put another example. I will go more fast, but to understand in another way, we had another opportunity, in this case in weldability, in study in aluminum alloys. And you can say, okay, weldability is innovation, is apply innovation. In this case, it's a special weldability process, because in the pieces, if you watch to the pictures, there are 2 months and the piece is very big. So it's not the same welding in a small piece or in a very big element or machine. So in this case, and they were involved, the company, Cadinox in this case, was involved in a European project with doing a scientific research on how, about the weldability in aluminum, in a very big piece of aluminum, and they wanted to parametrize the weldability process. So we did the same. We visit the company, we listen to the company, we watch which is the opportunity or the problem. We try to analyze if we have, in the second step, we have enough knowledge to give a response. We agreed a budget and we give a solution in a specific deadlines. And we know that for us is a barrier, because teachers are teaching and are working with companies. So our teams are enough flexible to try to change our inside organizations to respond in a correct deadlines. And in this case, they did a study of weldability, test in MIG technologies, and they use different techniques and parameters for define the process. And they finally, in the last step, they do the dissemination of the contents. So I don't know if I have been unstable on all the scheme of our research and innovation system, but our main keys to do apply innovation system are the ones we have been working in AIRinVET project. We have defining some dimensions, 10 dimensions, and in Tekagune program that it's quite aligned with AIRinVET project, we have the same dimensions that are opportunities and barriers, of course. So we try with this program to define an innovation strategy in each VET centers, because if we want students to have enough level to respond to company needs, we need to stop in centers, try to define innovation strategies, and when we know what we want in future, which technological areas will be the main areas, the tractor areas, we will go out to find opportunities with companies, and we will be aligned with companies' needs and with government needs. We analyze internally the resources. Okay, we have the strategy. How can we work next years? We need a core team, and that core team should have enough knowledge in technological and in resources in our VET system ecosystem. We involve some part of the staff. We are talking about 20% of the staff. We analyze the strategic environment, and we define the transfer processes. So we try to systemize a work framework that now with AIRinVET project, we are trying to listen to different actors in Europe, and we are trying to build, of course, a framework, but a standardized framework. So we are happy to listen to all of you and to try to learn a lot and try to standardize a systemized work framework. And that's all from my part. I don't know if you have any questions about what I have explained. I'm in time, I think, Josu?
Yes, you are on time. So if anyone has any question, otherwise we move forward. Okay, so everything clear? Perfect. So thank you very much, Billy. It was very clear.
Josu, I would like to apologize because I have another meeting now at 11:30. So I will be 10 minutes more here, but I have to leave. I'm so sorry. But as is recorded, I will see later on in the afternoon.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Billy. So let's continue with the agenda. I'm going to introduce you our next speaker. She comes from the company Bronimec. She's Amaya Castro, who works in innovation and development in polymer engineering and additive manufacturing. And together with Amaya, we have Oyer Uriarte, that all of you know. He's promoting innovation services from IMH campus for SMEs. Please, Amaya and Oyer, the floor is yours.
Thank you and good morning to everyone. Give me a moment. You'll see. Good morning to everyone.
Yes, Oyer, we can see block 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we will start. Bueno, welcome to this conference where we will look at the collaboration between SMEs and vet centers. Today we are going to see the evolution of a company, in this case Bronimec, in the world of additive manufacturing and its collaboration with IMH Vocational Training Center. A company that was dedicated to the purchase and sale of polymeric materials, and today has managed to give added value to the products, by integrating machining, automatization, and then additive manufacturing. On behalf of the company, like we said, here is Amaya Castro. Welcome, Amaya. So I'm going to tell you who is she. Well, who is she? Give me one moment. Yeah. Amaya, Amaya is Research and Development Manager in Bronimec, and she has an industrial technical engineering in industrial chemistry, and then she studied here in the Machine Tool Institute campus, process and product innovation engineering. And apart from that, then she studied university specialist in additive manufacturing. You have the LinkedIn if you want more information about her. And then, you know me, everyone. I'm a commercial engineer at IMH campus, and I'm a collaborator in project management office in Tecaguna, in Tecnica. And I studied an engineering master's degree with the thesis. We are going to explain where we live. It's important for us. Why? Because Elgoibar is the town where my institute and the SME of Bronimec they are located. Elgoibar is a town in province of Guipúzcoa in the Basque Country in the north part of Spain and belongs to a region called the Babarrena, with a population of more or less about 11,000 people, more or less. It depends of the year, and 39 kilometers. More or less, no? Yeah. And then it's called the capital of the machine tool because we have lots and lots of companies that they are working building machine tools, lathes, milling machines, this type of machines. You could see a photo here of our beautiful town and some data of our town. The 60% more or less of the sectors of activity are industrial, and more or less 30% they are services. We will continue now explaining, and the most important thing is who we are. So I'm going to start explaining about IMH campus and what we are doing. So to start explaining this, I think that the best way is to see a video, and you will see what type of things we are doing here. Okay.
The Elgoibar Machine Tool Institute is an advanced manufacturing center which provides specialized training in advanced manufacturing and offers applied innovation services to the manufacturing sector. The IMH trains over 2,000 students annually over a wide range of programs which cater to the needs of the manufacturing sector for highly qualified staff. In order to do this, the IMH has a team of 90 professionals with wide-ranging technical, methodological, and scientific skills. For example, we implement high-performance-oriented methodologies and multilingualism, the dual sandwich course model, and offer an integrated program of vocational training courses, continuous training, and dual sandwich engineering. In the sphere of applied innovation in the manufacturing sector, the IMH works in partnership with other educational centers, gaining expert knowledge, which is then reapplied in our training programs, resulting in new services. The IMH aims to serve people and businesses, helping them to shape their own futures. Our future is already on the move. Let's improve it together.
So the IMH campus is an educational campus specializing in advanced and digital manufacturing, which works in a network with local and international strategic alliances and offers, on the one hand, high-value training for people through vocational training, university education, and continuous education. On the other hand, services for the companies, and today we are going to speak about it, and technological and organizational innovation projects. IMH campus currently has 3 strategic technological areas: digital manufacturing, advanced manufacturing, in machining, and additive manufacturing. We are going to focus today in additive manufacturing. Okay, so, well, Amaya, I think the time has come to talk about Bronimec activity. Explain to us what Bronimec is and what has been its historical evolution.
So, hello everyone, thank you for inviting me to stay here and to explain a little bit about Bronimec. So, as I just told, Bronimec is located here in Elgoibar. I started working there in 2011, more or less, and we were like 12, 13 people working there with not even $1 million of turnover. And nowadays we are 20, 21 people working there with more than 4 million euros of turnover. So historically, Bronimec was founded in 1995, just buying and selling brass. But from the very beginning, we decided to get a chance in the plastic line. So we started working with, nowadays it's called Mitsubishi Plastics, inside the Mitsubishi group. But before was Quadrant and was different name of the company. But we work with a big multinational Mitsubishi for thermoplastic materials. Also in 2008, we decided to start with composite materials to have the whole line of plastic materials, not leaving the metal part. But currently, nowadays, the plastic and composite line is more than the 75% of our turnover in comparison with the metal part that is always non-ferrous metal, because if you look around Elgoibar, all the companies that Oyer has told is everything about ferrous metal.
Yeah, aluminium, yeah.
Yes, everything like that. But in our case, we don't. We only work with plastics and with non-ferrous metals. So in a natural way, it came the opportunity to go through the additive manufacturing, and in 2020 we start working in different small projects, and we start building our own 3D laboratory that you can see there in the image. So I started with trying to make the technical office of the company, because as I told, the beginning was just commercialization. Now we've got machining, we've got a warehouse, automatized warehouse connected to nesting machines, to 5-axis machines, turning machines, and I started to collaborate with the machines and the commercial people that weren't so knowledge, didn't have so much knowledge about the machining process. And nowadays, the technical office has turned into an engineering group where we can collaborate with quality, with automatization, digitalization, and of course the 3D laboratory that we have grown now.
Okay. So now that we have an overview of IMH and Bronimec, we will explain 2 of the projects that we have been carried out in Bronimec in the area of additive manufacturing. Our experience with them is focused in 3 areas: mechanical manufacturing, automatization, and then in additive manufacturing within Tekagune. Today, we are going to focus on the area of additive manufacturing. And in case we have time left, we will be able to explain other types of projects we have carried out. But we prefer to focus it in additive manufacturing because I think that it's going to, you will see why I'm speaking about this. For this, Amaya will be the person who will explain the need as well as the steps that were carried out technically within the project. And then I will explain the procedure, the 4 steps that Pili has explained us, to be able to know how the projects were achieved, their assessment and their implementation and their transfer. Okay, so we will start.
Okay. So this first project was really very important for us because it was the beginning of the additive manufacturing line for us. As I mentioned before, we work with plastic materials. We work on our day-to-day with more than 80 plastic references. And when you start thinking in additive manufacturing, mostly for plastic additive manufacturing, you have just a few materials. It's like we start with 80, and now for additive manufacturing, we've got 10. And it's not enough for all the needs that we have for different companies. For example, food sector, for railway sector, that is one of our most important sector in our turnover. So related with this railway sector, here in the second line, you can see 2 parts machined in plastic material. And we would like to know if it was possible or to making them in additive manufacturing with all the laws that have to, all the specifications that the railway sector needs for those materials regarding mostly for fire and smoke densities. So we spoke with IMH and we started speaking about what can we do with lightweight materials and lightweight escalators in additive manufacturing, but then trying to introduce another material that it's not in additive manufacturing, it's for composite materials, but can we implement to our system and make a part made of additive manufacturing and finished in like a composite material. So that's what we started.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. We have here the pieces, and yes, we are going to show you. Give me, yeah. I don't know if you. Okay. We have here the pieces. One of the pieces you will see. This is made by additive manufacturing.
This is a mold.
Yeah, it's a mold. It's difficult to see, but bueno, we are going to try to explain you how it works. Okay, this goes.
We can see it. It's correct. We can see it. Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, no? Okay, so this is the mold,
and this is the part.
And this is the part that it's into the mold. Okay.
Okay. So.
Sorry.
So this is the final part. That is made in additive manufacturing, the same technology as the mold. And the intention is to filter this I don't know if you can see that there are like small holes in the part. So in those small holes, we want to introduce resin, fire retardant resin, just to obtain the part with a fire retardancy degree. It's a project that is really important for us, but we are not able to finish because the evolution of the regularization of railway sector is going really fast, and we are not able to standardize the final product. I mean, we can obtain this part for railway, but we don't have enough information to continue with other parts because the quantity of additive manufacturing plastic materials, in this case PA12 and nylon, we don't know how the rate should be between additive manufacturing and the resin percentages to obtain the good material for the needs of railway sectors.
Okay, so I'm going to share again. Give me a moment. So we continue. Sorry. Oh no, we are going to pass it.
Very fast.
Yeah. So at the beginning, this work was carried by vocational training personnel in the area of industrial design.
Yes.
That was important because which will nowadays be framed within the additive manufacturing area that didn't exist at that time. So we started with designing and then we continued with additive manufacturing. We create the department of additive manufacturing with projects like Bronimek project. So what type of things that we have done with them? We design a new geometry of piece adapting the additive process, applying mitigation techniques through lattice structure is technical things, but they are important to be known. Design the outer side of the mold, maintaining a separation of the piece of 2 millimeters, coat resin, like she told you before, and then we manufacture and assemble the parts for continuous injection. You see how we how we assemble the different pieces and how we create the piece there, and all this made with PA12 material in a HP 4200 plant with multi-jet fusion technology. There are here some images that you could see the machine. The machine is the machine that it's in the left part, in the top left part of the slide. And then you could see our new department of additive manufacturing. We are put in there and we are working with different companies with different technologies. HP or multi-jet fusion is one of them. Nowadays we have 5 or 6 different technologies, and we are working a lot in this type of things. Okay, so explaining this, because for me it's the most important thing, let us explain the second one. In this project, the company request was something creative, and which until then no client had asked for. The creation of a demonstrator model where we could show the potential multi-jet fusion technology with the aim of bringing plastic technology closer to the industry. So I'm going to show you. And when we have here, then we will show you, because we have here the pieces too. So
if you want, you can take the, and I will start speaking.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we are going to.
This one.
Give me 1 second, and I think that we are again here. Hello, everybody.
So this one is the part.
So I don't know if you. It's like a demonstrator.
Yes. So as we told before, in Elgoibar and in the Basque Country in general, all companies know metal parts. We all dedicate to machining. Additive manufacturing, and mostly plastic additive manufacturing, is focused on toys, or something for your. For you, it's not an industry part, or it's a prototype. It's not a final production part. So in a way, we wanted to show our customers and the industry in general that it's possible to have final functional part with additive manufacturing, because multi-jet fusion technology lifts us. So we wanted to show in a small part all the potential of the additive manufacturing of multi-jet fusion technology. So this was created for a trade fair. I think it was for Madrid. And we want to show firstly the topological optimization. Sorry. So starting from here, we obtain this part, and finally this one with the topological optimization, lattice structures and different things. And then different textures and final parts, like this is the same part. One is metallized, the other one is just dyed. So a lot of different opportunities that give us the additive manufacturing, just to show the potential of the additive manufacturing in the industry, because everyone knows metal additive manufacturing, but the plastic technology is still like a residual one.
So I'm going to show you again the presentation. Give me a moment. So, again. So we have here the piece. Bueno, you continue if you.
Yes, that's the piece. The only photo of the fair that I found was that one. Sorry for that. But the aim was to, in a simple, small way, just show the customer, go to the customer's house, go to trade fairs, and say, okay, this is additive manufacturing. You can do this. We can do metallizations. We can optimize your part with all the benefits that are the additive manufacturing. And it's like a story to tell, something that can support that story, to show and to try to understand people why the additive manufacturing and not 3D printing is important for us.
So now I'm going to show you some ideas. We start with some ideas.
Yes, sorry, because this is.
Wait, sorry. I don't know what's happening. We are hearing. Bueno, I'm going to show you some how we work and the first ideas for doing this work. We started with this. And we made in, I don't know if you have seen a printer work, and we bring here, I'm going to put it now, Matt. How we work with the printer is, you see the different type of pieces how are made. It's like a usual printer, but you will see if you come, when you come to San Sebastian, if you came to the Machine Tool Institute, I will show you how we work and what type of things we are doing here. The Task Performer, a compilation of design and manufacturing capability of HP multi-jet fusion technology, and it's the most important thing. I think that it's the post-processing, and use the different topological optimization. What is topological optimization? Is to reduce the height and...
Yes, is to obtain the perfect or the most optimum shape of a part, maintaining all the capabilities that it needs, but with a very low material, with the less material possible. Sometimes the topological optimization is so thin or it's so small that the customer gets like afraid that what's that won't support my part. So we start from the optimum one, and we start adding material, or aesthetically also make it more beautiful or more easy to see for the customer.
That's it. So explaining this, now, sorry, I'm going to turn. I'm going to explain you how this project was carried out for the Vocational Educational Training Center. As Pili said before, we have like 4 steps process. In this case, we work like this. The sales manager, with the help of the Vocational Training Center teacher in charge of internship, visited Bronimek to explain the Tekagune project. They didn't know what was Tekagune, and we went with Vocational Training Center teacher, and we explained them how we work, what type of things we could do. So they were surprised because they want to work with additive manufacturing, but they didn't have the knowledge to do it. So the teacher who identified the need contacted to the Tekagune coordinator, and the coordinator met with the team to see if Bronimek's project was feasible. Then a solution to Bronimek demand was proposed, and they were consulted if it was feasible. They said yes. And a budget was prepared with different objectives, content and financial amount of the proposal by Tekagune coordinator. The project was carried out in the AIRinVET Center facilities, and then the pieces were given. In this case, you have seen the pieces, parts of the different parts, and it was explained how the project was carried out. The most important thing here is, in one hand we have the pieces, but in the other another thing that is important is how they were made. To explain the process, because we know to transfer this knowledge to the SME. You will see after what type of things that they have grown up. And the knowledge was transferred to the company, like I said, to the teacher, because the teachers are doing this type of projects, they have more skills, and to the education system. We call it 4-step process. Okay. And now, another, well, I think that you are going to explain this better than me, but what AIRinVET Center has contributed to Bronimek through the Applied Innovation Project, as well as it transfers?
So for us, the most important thing is that IMH in this case, and on the PET Center, is really close for us. They practice a really active listening. So once they came to us and start speaking about the project, they are continuously appearing new ideas in our head, because for a small company, it's really hard to make innovation. The day-to-day, it's really strong. It's really demanding. So we don't have time to sit down, start thinking how we are going to do some project. So working with the IMH in this case led us to start a new additive manufacturing line. We create a department, we create the knowledge, and now we can work in additive manufacturing by ourselves. We always have some deals, and we always have something like, can you help me with this? We don't know how to work in this case, but we are more or less independent, and we add value to our lines because we work with additive manufacturing and with machining processes. So we both collaborate together. There is nothing, the machining process is not less than the additive manufacturing one. So it's a continuous collaboration.
So, explaining this, we are going to see what has the Machine Tool Institute, what does the collaboration with Bronimek on Tekagune projects bring to the AIRinVET Center. In this case, like I told you before, the increasing of the skills of our teachers in the field of additive manufacturing. There wasn't any department of additive manufacturing. We start working with companies as Bronimek, and now we have created a department. Then the knowledge of the needs of the SMEs in the field of additive manufacturing, we have recognized what type of things they are looking for, and what type of technologies we need to have here in our birth center, And then the most important thing for me is the generation of knowledge for the creation of new training catalog in vet centers and continuous training. And I bring you some examples here. The first one is the additive manufacturing professional training specialization course. We did a new specialization course of 990 hours, and then continuous training courses. There are some examples there: introduction to additive manufacturing of 4 hours, topological optimization design software oriented to additive manufacturing, and then another type of technologies and 3D printing in general. And I'm going to show you another video, and we are going to finish with this video to understand what type of technologies we have here. And this is the video. It's in Spanish, but it's the video of our specialization. Okay, so instead of putting here, I'm going to put it, if I could, give me 1 second. I'm going to put it in here, and you will see. Here we have different technologies. For example, here we have
Oyer, sorry, we cannot see anything.
FDM, plastic technology.
Oyer, we cannot see anything.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, tell me.
Oyer, we cannot see anything.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry. We will put it here. What? 1 moment. No, don't worry. 1 moment.
Has dejado de compartir pantalla.
Yeah. Vale. Okay. Sorry again. It's difficult to. Yeah, I think that. Amanda. Pestaña, creo.
Tecnologías de curso especificación del compartir.
Vale. Now yes. So, yeah. It's here. Now yes. Oops, sorry. So, I think that you have seen everything. And Josu, now is your time. If you have any question, tell us and we will answer it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tell us, Barbara.
Just so you are with no sound.
Please, Barbara,
Yes.
go ahead.
So I was curious, you said for the Bronimac project, you took it, you went there, you listened to what's the problem, and then you went back to Tekaguna and you decided it's feasible. So how do you do that? How do you decide? Because there's many companies, there's many projects, there's many real life questions. How do you decide if that's feasible, if it's for you? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we start speaking. Well, first of all, we have like different courses of additive manufacturing to understand how the machine works what type of pieces we could do, like this one. Okay. And then we see the problem and we start designing the different strategic solution that it could be. We were speaking with them and they told us the first one no, the second one no, the third one we are going to use the third one. So then we start using different technologies of additive manufacturing to see what was the best technology to do this type of pieces, and we do it once and again until we solve the problem with this piece. It's like a work of different departments and with the SME to see to solve the problem in different ways, and we decide that the best way was this one. And we did it. I don't know if we answer the question or not, but
so, for us, just to add that every time we got not a problem, but something that we will try to improve, it's really easy to speak with the IMH, and they always try to help if they've got the resources, or they are trying to continue learning with all the needs of the near industry. I mean, it's not like we've got 1,000 of different things to do. Most of the industry here in the Basque Country are really focused in some areas, and it's really easy to find someone to help the company.
And so if I understand it correctly, what you do is you look to what resources you have, and if you can use them for the problem that's on the table, you do trial and error, you make different types, you try different ways to solve it, and you go back, and then the communication is key. Then you really need to know what
and then
is of interest.
And with that knowledge, the example is, I think, Amaya. Amaya didn't know anything about additive manufacturing until she started working with us with the VET Center. Then we started with projects, and then in the same time she was studying courses with us. That courses were made because we transferred the knowledge from the projects to the courses. So she was studying and she was doing the projects with us. That's like the cycle that we are using, the 4-step work. Okay, I don't know if I understand. Yes. I answer you, Barbara.
Yes, thank you very much. I see that you are both very enthusiastic. That's also very nice, because I can see that it's working. It's very nice.
Okay, so is there any other question for Amaya and Oyer? Okay, so then let's continue. Thank you very much, Amaya and Oyer, for your presentation and for bringing this real case example. And now let's continue. Okay, let's start the next presentation. We will have now the perspective of the VET provider. I introduce you Miren Canellada. She is teacher of Don Bosco VET Center, and also she is also in charge of the Tekagune program in her organization. She will talk about the management of SMEs needs by a VET center. Please, Miren, go ahead.
Okay. Hello. As Josu said, my name is Miren Canellada, and I work in Don Bosco, that is a TVET center that was located near San Sebastian. And I'm going to share my presentation.
I think she had problems. No, I think she disappeared, at least in my screen.
It seems that she has gone.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's wait.
Yes.
Let's wait a couple of minutes until she connects again. Okay, here she is. Hi, Miren.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
I have put the bad button.
Okay, don't worry.
I'm sorry, one moment.
Yes.
Que estoy en una presentación, me han cambiado, no me han dejado, me han quitado el aula Yo estoy aquí. Si vais al otro lado, mejor. Sí, pero si vais al otro lado, igual mejor. Tengo que presentar yo. Excuse me, it's the direct problems. So, I'm going to start my presentation. Uy, compartir. Okay. Do you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes, we see.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's go. Sorry. So I'm going to present a little bit the Don Bosco TVET Center, their particularities, the Kagune program, how we develop this kind of program in Don Bosco, and after I'm going to finish with an example, real example, as Oyer has presented to you. So Don Bosco is a TVET center that is located in Renteria. We have near 1,100 students in formal training in different levels, basic, intermediate, higher, and specialization courses that I'm going to explain a little bit more in the next slides. And we have also training for work programs for unemployed people, for employees, for professional competence accreditations, and also we have open offer training adapted to companies' needs. Our train offer is basically in different professional areas as electricity and electronics, mechanical fabrication, transport and vehicles maintenance, chemistry, informatics and communication, TICs, installations and maintenance, and also food industry. So we are a quite big school for the Basque Country. In general, are more reduced VET schools. In the formal education, in EQF 4 and 5, we have telecommunication installations technicians, training for auto body work, for electromechanics, chemical plant, etc. And for in higher technicians, in higher level, EQF 5, we have the possibility to train people as technician in analyze and quality control laboratory, industrial chemistry, pharmaceutical and biotechnological products, automotive technologies, electronic, industrial mechatronics, etc. So on. So if you need more information about the school, you can see also the web page. It is important to say that we have also for students that has done the formal training, they can continue with us 1 year more studies for more specialized studies that are developed during 1 year, and they are called specialization programs or specialization courses. These courses are courses that are developed taking into account the special needs that are in the industry that are around us. For example, we have a specialization program about manufacturing and quality control of gene therapy medicines because we have an industrial company here, Viralgen, that need people specifically trained in these competencies. So we create special courses for that. So this means that to be able to offer a quality training adapt to the current and future needs, we need an innovative management system for the school. So in the school, we don't make only training. We have to do a lot of things more. And in this slide, you can see a little bit how we are organized. Here, we have the Don Bosco, the organization. We have a social council where teachers, staff of Don Bosco, and people from industries and social areas of Errenteria take part in the decisions of the Don Bosco organization. We have a executive manager and 3 main areas. One area that work on strategy, another that work on innovation, another area in innovation, and a operational management area. Regarding the innovation area, the innovation area is also divided in different sectors. For example, we have to work the innovation in digitalization. Also, we have to work innovation in methodology. We have another area here. Also in an entrepreneurship. Also, we have to make see the ecosystem of innovation in our industry and environment, and we have to develop projects, innovative projects in apply. We have to apply innovation and research, working on projects to actualize our teacher staff in new technologies and methodologies. And Tekagune is a program that is in this area. So we have to do a lot of things, but Tekagune is a program that aids us to work in this applied innovation and research in order to actualize our teacher staff. And I suppose that Pili has explained before what is Tekagune, and only to repeat that the objective is to bring the teaching staff up to date in terms of science and technology, and to promote innovation in small and medium-sized companies and in vocational training centers. I don't know how to say, but it is very important, the networking that we do between vocational educational training centers and companies. So how it works, Oyer has explained also. The Tekagune program has 4 steps. I'm not going to explain the same thing again. The first step is identify, define the second, define the collaboration, the third, develop the collaboration, and the fourth, the transfer of the knowledge that we acquired during this program or this project. And in Don Bosco, how it works, the Tekagune team, no, or Tekagune program. It is integrated in the strategy of the school. We have 2 people, one me and another one, that we are coordinating the program. We try to identify projects, and not only the coordinators, but also rest of teachers. When they go to visiting companies and taking in contact with the companies, they have in mind also this kind of collaboration. And if they see an opportunity, they say us, we have an opportunity to collaborate with this company. Maybe it is feasible, maybe it is a Tekagune project, so we are going to make a proposal and develop. If the proposal is okay for the company and for the teachers that are in TVET centers, the development of this project is done. Okay, so the teachers of the required area of knowledge is going to develop the project. Okay, it is important that when we have a possibility, we have to search for the good people that can develop this kind of project, and it is interested to know more about the company's needs and how it works and so on. Sometimes we have not maybe the knowledge in our school. In this case, Technica works like a network. When we speak with Technica, and in Technica they open the proposal to the network of schools that are working in this program. So this is a very good point that Technica has around 40-45 schools that are taking part in this program. And we have complement our knowledge with the knowledge of other schools. And the final step is very important, is to things that has been learned during the development of the project, to transfer it to rest of teachers, students, and companies. So in Teral, I'm going to explain the example, one example that we developed 2 years ago in Don Bosco, in the chemistry department where I work. Interal is a company that develops and produces a lot of food products like soups, broths, dishes that are prepared, creams, sauces, purees, etc. They offer a wide variety of recipes and formats that are adapted to the final consumer. It can be powders, they can be soups that are liquid, yes, and they work a lot in the innovation, creating new recipes, new flavors, new textures, and so on. We can say that Interal is a hidden champion because they are leading a company, and they have their own brand, but they manufacture mainly for private labels, and they are a very well-positioned company that is located near Renteria. So how was detected the company need? It is important to say that we collaborate with this company before develop this Tekagune program. We had students that made internships in this company, and we had a real fluid relationship between teachers and company responsibles. And due to these fluid relationships, we know that they had problems to industrialize recipes that they developed in their laboratory. They developed a recipe, and it was good, but at the moment that they want to put it in the industrialized manner, they had problems. They had difficulties because they didn't know what kind of controls do to the raw materials, and how the parameters of these raw materials can have problems or can affect in the industrialization. The difficulties were in the industrialization that sometimes when they transport the raw materials to the big reactors, so to do the soaps and the different recipes, they had clogging problems and also mixing problems. They have crumbs and they have problems, but they didn't know why they had these problems. They didn't have problems at the laboratory level, but they had problems in industrial level. And they asked us to help to search for how to control these problems. So what was proposed by Don Bosco? We proposed to advise and support them in the process of implementation a new industrialization department that carry out raw material production and product control. We see that they need more control in the raw materials and also in the production. And we advise to create a new industrialization department, and our work was to support them in the creation of this new department. We worked in different phases. The first phase was to collect data from the production processes with the problematic recipes, detect weak points or critical steps of the different production processes, raw materials, manufacturing processes, final product, etc. And after checking this data and making an analysis in the second phase, we design and implement actions to be carried out for these chosen products in order to control or evitate these problems. And we propose a raw material and production control plan. And how it was developed, the teaching staff went to the company to make these studies and raw materials reception. We checked warehouse condition also, and the process manufacturing process conditions. We took samples and carried out also laboratory studies to determine the critical parameters to be controlled. For example, one critical parameter is the humidity of the raw materials, okay? And they didn't control that in industrialization, in the company. So we determined that they need to control the humidity of the raw materials before going to the industrialization. Yes. To do these controls, we were assisted by a student that was in dual system. Yeah? We have work by teachers making all studies, but at the same time, we had a student that was in the company doing the internship in dual system, and she was the people that has make the test that we propose. Okay. So at the end, we propose some controls to be carried out, which we propose also the equipment necessary to do these controls and define quality limit values. And what were the results that we obtained, and how was the knowledge transfer? No, the teachers obtained more knowledge on the production process of this type of food industry. Yes, we can know real problems that have the companies and how to control or evitate these real problems. The company, he obtained a defined raw material and production process control plan, yes, and also he obtained a student with a specific knowledge on the matter, and she was hired after the dual internship. Nowadays she is the responsible for this new industrialization department, yeah, and rest of the students that are now in Don Bosco, we work in Don Bosco with the students. We work on by challenges. Yes, we made theoretical pills, but also they have some challenges to put in practice what they are learning in a theoretical manner. And we implement the knowledge of this project in this kind of challenges. For example, here you have a slide or a picture where we have a challenge, reto in Spanish, that means challenge, where we ask to students to take a food, see the etiquette of this food and try to determine the quality of this food, the quantity of proteins, the fat quantity, the humidity, etc., the viscosity, etc. And this is a challenge that is also based in the knowledge that we have take in this Tekagune project. So as conclusion, Tekagune is an applied innovation and research project that promotes networking to facilitate the bidirectional transfer of knowledge between centers and companies, and it is a win-win experience. No, I think that teachers has a lot of love to know working in real problems with companies, and companies wins also because the students that are in schools are going to be more better prepared and better prepared to the real needs of nowadays companies. So thank you. I don't know if you have questions, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much, Miren. Is there any question for Miren? Okay, nothing. So thank you very much, Miren. Now we will have a break until 1 o'clock, so more or less one hour break. And I will appreciate if all of us are punctual, so we can start on time at 1 o'clock.
Sorry, Josu.
So, see you later. Inigo, I don't know if we have to reconnect
Josu,
again. Yes?
Can I have a proposal?
Yes, of course.
Yes. The next block, it will be very, very short. I mean, I won't last more than 10 minutes. My proposal is to do it now to explain there is an exercise to do as a homework. Each partner needs to do an exercise after listening this intervention, and I'm going to explain what do they need to do. And we can do it at 1 o'clock, or in my opinion, it's better to do it now and then go working or having lunch. What do you think?
For me, that's fine.
It's fine, yes.
Is it fine? Are you okay? Is it going well? Yes.
We are ready for a break, but 10 minutes we will last.
Yes, it will not last more than 10 minutes. So thank you everyone for joining to the meeting and sharing this presentation with us. And now our idea was to explain you one exercise of homework to do at home. Yes, Dirk?
Oh, I want to make a short comment on the full story, because I was listening. I think I need a Technica and a Tekagune program in the Netherlands, because it's I think it will help, but I don't know how to involve it, because that's one of the questions in the homework, I assume, to implement it in the Netherlands. But when I was listening to it, I think it can really help in the Netherlands. And some years ago, we damaged something on the same topic we had, an office to assist the companies. So yeah, but that's a short reflection from my side on this day.
Okay, that's a very good reflection, because the exercise goes from that side. Now I'm going to explain it, but yeah, in this exercise, our aim was to put more in practice the Tekagune program with you, with the one that you are joining to this meeting, and the partners of AIRinVET. And we try to make a short questionnaire according to what we have done in the AIRinVET project, and according to what we have listened today with Oyer, Pili, Ricard, and Miren and Amaya. So our idea was to make a reflection about if I want to put Tekagune in my country, as Dirk have said, that it would be a good idea. What do I need in my country to put the Tekagune system in the vet centers. And for that, I'm going to share with you the questionnaire that we have prepared. Okay, let's see, how can I share? So here I have the first part of the questionnaire, and here the first part is a short description of what is the aim of the questionnaire. So having explained what Tekagune is and taking into account the reality of your territory, please identify the gaps that may exist for developing Tekagune in your region country. And then we see that the interviews conducted in Work Package 2 will be of great help to you in this task. Try to extrapolate the information from the interviews to fill in this questionnaire. You can use the information of the interviews, or either you can use the information you have because of your knowledge. Okay, so for this, there is a little description of the objectives of Tekagune, just to remember you what Tekagune is about. And then we are remarking again, please click on the options you think are missing in your region or country to carry out Tekagune Applied Research project. And for that, we wanted to connect with the AIRinVET dimensions that we have created in Work Package 4. Okay, so here you can fill your name, the organization, and country that you belong. And then we have some dimensions, functions, innovation and research, impact, and governance. And we put some element inside the 4 dimensions we created in a Work Package 4. And these elements are the keys, or the elements that we think they are very important for developing Tekagune project in your countries. So if I'm coming from the Netherlands, I see what activities that the vet here we have activities that the vet center carries out. Okay. These are the activities that we see they are very interesting that the vet centers has to do in order to start making applied research project, Tekagune projects in the center. So if I'm coming from the Netherlands, I need to see if the continuous training, I need to do a continuous training in the Netherlands to start working on Tekagune programmers or not, because we already do this continuous training. And these are the other elements. Do we have a curriculum update? Do we need a research on learning methods and pedagogics? These are one of the elements that we have designed in the Work Package 4, but the ones that are necessary to do Tekagune. Not all the framework of AIRinVET, but just Tekagune. Okay. So first of all, we have this questionnaire that we are asking to you to do as a homework, not today, not in this moment, but to do as a homework. And tomorrow or the next days, you will receive an email with this questionnaire asking to please follow the questionnaire. And then we can have another video call just to keep in touch and to notice what you have filled in the questionnaire and what are the questions you have according to Tekagune. Or we can discuss also in a Basque Country's meeting, the in touch meeting that we are going to do in October, I think, because I think there will be one block according to the interventions, and we need to discuss what we have learned in each intervention. So that's in October, but we can earlier do another video call with the results we got with this questionnaire, and that's it. And then after filling this, there is another page, and in this page we wanted to know some indicators about your country. And I know it's quite difficult to know how many vet centers, for example, approximate percentage of vet centers that has integrated the continuous training programs. I know it's difficult you to know how many of the vet centers have integrated the continuous training program. That's why we were asking you to know, to put the approximate percentage of vet centers. And here we have 5 questions according to the percentage of vet centers that do continuous training or other materials. And that's it. That was my intervention. That's why I was pleased asking you to do before having lunch, because it was quite short. I don't know if you have any comment, any doubt on it, or.
Okay, so then Inigo, we can finish the intervention.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so then if anybody doesn't have any doubt or any question, we finish this first intervention. I think we got an overall view of the activities running between vet providers and SMEs and how they are promoted and supported from the education policy in the Basque Country. Of course, if you have any doubt or any hesitation or any question, you can write any of us and we can try to answer. Barbara, please go ahead.
So I'm sorry, I was a bit confused about when there is the next meeting, because we do the homework and then what?
we can collect the answers and we can have another video call with the answers of the questionnaire. Or we don't know yet. If you are asking us to do a video call asking for the results of the questionnaire and looking what each partner has said, or as in the Basque Country meeting there is a blog and it's written in a memory that we need to have some time to discuss the intervention, each intervention, like the Basque one, the Netherlands, the German intervention. We didn't know if discuss there in the Basque Country or before having a video call to discuss it. We need to know. We need to argue or think. We haven't decided yet. What do you think?
It's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll think about it too then.
Yes. I think it's a good idea to fill the questionnaire and then we will know how to act after having all the answers. Yes, Daniela has raised the hand first.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting to share on the website. So if you share the answers and can make a first draft of an analysis of the answers, I can also work on that and to share with everyone.
Okay.
The next intervention is in Hamburg. Is this from Hamburg, from Germany? Yeah. So we can also make a wrap up on the 24th of April. So it's also possible that we have a look at it before we start the intervention. So we have a little bit of repeating and coming into the topic.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So I'm still in the process of finalizing the intervention, and yeah, I think after our conference we have tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and on Friday also, 3 days now, we have a huge conference here. After this, I'm going to finalize it and I'll send you the detailed planning, and I'll also integrate the first wrap up of your session. So it's of the intervention.
Okay,
Nice.
so we will collect the answers and then see how can we act, if we can act before your intervention, or yeah, we will keep in touch and we'll tell you what's our idea. And Edwards, according to you, I have read on the chat that maybe Eurasia can complete because of European scope.
Of course.
Yeah, that's true. Please, I ask you to read the questions and let me know if you are able to answer at least, I don't know, the Belgian system or another system, or according to the interviews, maybe you have more information of one region, and yeah, we can keep in touch.
Okay, thank you. We'll do what we can.
Thank you, John. Dirk was also raising his hand.
My question is solved by the option of heading that he say, let's do a little wrap up before my intervention on April 24th.
Okay.
I want to add two things if I can. Sorry to keep you here. So John, I wanted to say that previously when Irassi filled out the survey about the dimensions, Marta took the approach to look at Belgium and then mostly the Flemish part. So to make it comparable, you could also choose if Europe is too wide.
Well, yes. I mean, we're not specialists on the Flemish vet system,
I know,
you
but
know.
and
just
she was
because
aware.
our
She pointed it
office
out.
is in Brussels, but I will speak to Marta and Jakob and see what we can do. Yeah, or maybe I think some of the questions can be answered and others can't.
Yes, and also I wanted to ask. So when I read the application about making the interventions, I thought we were going to already implement what we learned so far. So now we are going to look into what the dimensions can do for us if we want to extrapolate the approach of Tekaguna, right? So did you internally, that's what I want to ask, maybe not, but I wanted to ask, did AIRinVET bring you something till now?
Project AIRinVET? I mean, the work that we have done since today in a project.
Till today.
Yes, of course, we have learned many things. Maybe not as direct as, because we have our Tekagune system, Tekagune program, which is very coordinated and very straight written, and we have our steps. But I think it's very interesting to know, for example, Germany situation when we went to Hamburg. We saw a lot of things, and it was very, very interesting. And for us, it's interesting to know what other countries are working at in the vet ecosystem. So yes, of course, we have learned a lot of this working with you, but it's true that our system is very, I don't know, not as strict, but the steps are very well designed, and we work hard on it.
Yeah, it works for you.
So
yes, it works
yes,
for
it
you.
works
So you
for
don't need
us.
to adapt it. Yeah.
Oyer?
Yeah, I want to say that we have learned lots of things, Barbara. For example, it was interesting to see your model when you explain us the model in Netherlands, because it's another point of view of how you see applied research and how you work. For me, the most important thing is to understand how the other regions of Europe are working. For example, the PPP theme, it's different here. And it's interesting because here we are focusing in doing projects with teachers, and in Europe is, I don't know how to say it, it's more focused in students. So I think that it's a good way to see different type of applied research methods, and the point of views are different, and this is for me the most richest thing. Many times we are focused only in teachers, and now I'm thinking more than once about the students when I working with them, how they could be involved in this type of project. So I think that it's going to be a good way to progress in applied research. And only one thing, I think that the best way for working is, like Henning said before, you answer to the questionnaire, and then we will have like a previous time in your, when you are going to speak, to more. The most important thing is that we are going to forget now in vacation everything, and when we are in with the next step, it's the best way to start it, because we will refresh what we have done, and then we will see what Henning is going to tell us. So I think that is the best way. And thank you very much for being here.
Yes, I think it's very recognizable for us. I put you a little bit on the spot saying, I'm sorry if I did that, but it's for saying what did you learn? But the same goes for Catapult, because we also have our way of working, and it's hard to adapt it based on what we learned, even though we learned a lot. But now they were already in the process of translating our PPP system to an international version, and there we take it into account. But to say we change the Dutch part, I don't see that that's going to happen. Like you take Aguna works for you. I mean, you're not going to change that so much, even though you learned a lot. Yeah.
Sorry, Barbara, in our case, for example, the students are not working, but I think that in the future they must work. I don't know how to, it's like a big change for us because all the competencies, it's going to be different. So it's the first step. I could understand that it's difficult, but we have to change our minds and continue working on it because it's going to be so important. Well, you have seen it, the example with Amaya today with Bronimek. She wasn't a student and she started working and she continued student and being a student. So this applied research could start with the students and then continue with teachers. I don't know. We have to think something new, I think.
Yeah, but I think it will be like a circle. Now we go to see what we can do to extrapolate internationally. And then when that goes to fly, we will adapt the national part again. I think it's a circle to make somehow.
Yeah. It's the most. I think that is the most difficult thing now. So be patient.
Oh, thank you for sharing today. Very nice.
Okay, so then if there is no other comment, that's it. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye bye.